Happy Monday, everybody. I feel like this is the first day of the rest of my life. I'm so super excited. I've been really working on my intentions for this upcoming year and actually my intentions for the next 40 years of my life after like it dawning on me that my 60th will be this summer and I've got so many more things I want to do with my life. So I've gotten very, very intentional with um, living an intentional life. It's like I'm really realizing how important that is. And so yesterday I hopped on and spoke to you about really the importance of understanding your starting point and where you're at right now and how that makes you feel. And I'm specifically right now talking about your physical self, your physical body. We're going to talk a little bit more about all of our domains a little bit later today. But so right now, yesterday again, it's like I realized a couple of weeks ago that some of the things that were going on with my physical body that I just kept telling myself, oh, it'll pass, it'll pass, it'll pass, weren't passing, and possibly were getting more uncomfortable, more frustrating, more embarrassing for myself. And so part of my really looking at living intentionally was looking at my physical health. And I've gotten several messages over the last few weeks to really start practicing what I preach, walking my talk, listening to my own advice. And so that's what I'm doing. And I am creating a 6-month program coinciding with the beginning of the year, the winter solstice, the new season, the new year, the full moon, all that stuff that is really giving us the opportunity for new beginnings. There's so many signs for new beginnings. And culminating on my 60th birthday, which is June 12th of this summer. And so that's why the 6 months. And I am creating a program for myself and also inviting anyone else that has been feeling the same way I'm feeling, frustrated, embarrassed, sluggish, tired, whatever you're feeling, just not really satisfied or happy with your physical health, to join me on this journey. So, where we start with our starting point, which is again what we talked about yesterday, where we're at right now. And then the next step is really looking at where we want to go. So, by my 60th birthday, my goal is to be where I was and feeling how I was and looking how I was on my 50th birthday, because there's no reason I can't do that. The body is resilient. The body knows, the body is strong, and it listens and it takes action when you take action. And I know this after studying the human body for over 20 years. As long as we treat it right, it's going to treat us right. And so gaining that clarity of where you want to go is the next vital step after really being honest with where you are right now. So when you sit down and get that honesty about, okay, this is where I'm at, this is how I feel about where I'm at. I mean, acknowledging your weight or acknowledging your clothing size or whatever is one thing, but really acknowledging how you feel about where you're at, that's the big one. And then we shift gears and look at where we want to go, what our metrics are, what our ideal weight is, what our ideal clothing size is, how we want to feel, what energy levels we want. That's all fine and good too. But then we want to look at how that makes us feel. Is it going to give me more confidence? Is it going to raise my self-esteem? Is it going to, what's it going to do emotionally for me when I have reached these metrics? And so this is where I want to kind of get into how all the domains are tied together. We've got our physical body, we've got our mental emotional body, our spiritual body, and even our career and financial health, that all really have to do with the self And that's where we're going to focus over the next 6 months. That's where I'm going to focus on myself and supporting you and focusing on all the domains that really support the self. Once we've got those domains that support the self and we are our best versions of ourselves in all of those domains, then relationships, which is that fourth or fifth domain, just fall into place. When we're the best version of ourselves, our relationships fall into place. So coming back to the self domains, focusing on the physical, again, when I reach these goals physically, looking at how that's going to affect my mental and emotional health. And in order to reach those physical goals, what do I have to do within the other domains to support me in reaching those physical goals? So you can kind of see how they're all kind of tied together. So when we really focus on one domain, we're not ignoring the other domains because they all come into play one way or another, and they all are affected one way or another, right? So it's really important to know very clearly what your intention is, where you want to go, what your metrics are. What is that ideal weight? What is the, whatever metrics you're measuring your physical health on, lowering your blood pressure, eliminating insulin for diabetes, whatever it is, working with movement, meals, and mindset. It's going to be our 3 main focus for the next 6 months. So getting that very clear on what your results are. We always want to begin with the end in mind. So having that clear intention and knowing our results are really the same thing. They're not any different, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about today, is getting very clear on where you want to go. And you might even want to throw in why you want to go there. Do some journaling on this. Where do you want to go and why do you want to go there? And how's it going to make you feel? How's it going to change your life when you get to that point? How is it going to affect the rest of your life, the rest of those self domains? Tomorrow, I'm going to hop back in tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to talk about creating that map, the how to get there. So looking at how we get from where we are now to where we want to go, and how we kind of get to do some reverse engineering, creating that map and taking that aligned action, breaking it down, and we're going to go through all of that tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. And if you feel comfortable writing down anything in the comments, it's like, I get it, I want to join you, whatever it is you want to write down in the comments. If you're not comfortable writing anything in the comments, please private message me and we can deal with it there. I know sometimes when we're embarrassed about where we're at or frustrated, it can be hard to make those declarations in public. And so I'm very open to getting your private messages. So please private message me. I'll be checking those message requests and getting right back to you as soon as I can. And I'm here to support you. And I'm here to support me. And when I support you, you support me. And it all works out. Yay! So, so that's what I know for today. And again, comment below. Let me know what you're thinking. Even if it's just like, these are my results I want to achieve over the next 6 months, or even a year. If you want to go for a year, that is fine too. So I will see you tomorrow. You have a beautiful, beautiful day. Do some journaling, answer those questions, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace out. Namaste, y'all.